Today we're going to be talking about my sobriety story. What's up, beautiful sober people? I'm AC. I'm the quit drinking coach, and this channel will help you live a happy, healthy, sober life. Today we're going to be talking about my sobriety journey and the story that really got me here, and why I became a quit drinking coach, and why I'm actually making these videos, and why I'm actually trying to reach out to as many people as I can so we can get everybody that needs it some help to get sober, because I truly believe that everybody has that potential. So if you know somebody who needs to get sober, or you need to get sober yourself, please like and subscribe to this channel. By the way, this is not medical advice. This is not I'm not a doctor. If you need a doctor, please seek medical attention. If not, if you're just a problem drinker, you can go more than 1-2 hours without a drink, then this is the video for you. So when I was 12 years old, I was kind of overweight. I was one of those kids that, nobody really liked in school. I had friends up to that point, but then I started gaining weight. I started acting kind of weird. I was the poor kid, that's when kind of the fashion sort of thing came into school, and that's when everyone started kind of making fun of me for wearing the same clothes, not having the cool stuff, all those things that come with being a kid. And those things all kind of added up to me not being very popular in school. And one day, one of the popular kids invited me over to his house because he knew I had access to money, because my dad would give me an allowance. So we used that allowance to buy some coolers after school. We got someone to get some coolers for us, and we went over to his house. And the cooler was sitting there in the middle of the floor, and I eventually took up the courage. I wanted to look cool. I wanted to be the cool kid in class. So I just grabbed that thing and I sucked it back. Now, of course, it came right back up, as alcohol usually does. But that feeling didn't go away. That feeling stayed there. That feeling didn't come back up with the cooler. That feeling of being invincible. That feeling of all my anxiety going away. That feeling of all those things that I couldn't do before. Now I could actually speak and talk, and I had friends, and all this just felt amazing. And that feeling stuck with me for years and years and years after that. I was 14 years old. I moved from a small town to a big city. Alcohol became my crutch there too. It helped me in social situations. It helped me talk to girls. It helped me do all sorts of stuff. And I knew that alcohol was my solution, or I thought it was, to all these awkward situations. Because when you're a teenager, when you're young, you don't understand that those awkward situations are going to be there regardless if you have alcohol or not. And you actually act like a kind of more of an idiot when you're drinking than you would if you were sober. So all those things kind of added up. It ended up me being homeless for a couple weeks on the streets of Edmonton. It ended up me dropping out of high school. It ended up me not thinking that I was good enough, and all these things kind of piled up onto my identity. When I was 27 years old, I had my daughter. My daughter's 10 now. And, I had my daughter, and I knew that I had to do something with my life, and I knew that I had to change. So I kind of went on a journey of personal development, and I kind of went on a journey of trying to find myself and where I wanted to go in life. And I found Tony Robbins and Awaken the Giant, that book. I know it's cliche. I know everyone says Tony Robbins changed my life, but he truly did. This is the first time that anyone had ever told me that I can do anything with my life. So I went on this journey of personal development. I started reading books and changing my beliefs, but yet in the background that was still that alcohol. In the background that was still that one thing holding me back that I knew I needed to change, but I just couldn't change it. There was nothing I could do to change it. I tried to hide it. And the more and more I tried to hide it, the better my life would be a little bit. I was able to get a job. I started going to Toastmasters. I started speaking. I started winning contests because I was, speaking, and just kept coming back and learning and growing. And I was growing, but there was just that one thing holding me back. That one thing that was just constantly holding me back, and that was alcohol. And I would tell people, you can change your life. I believe in you. I can do this. You can do that. But really, I didn't believe in myself, because I couldn't change that one facet of my life. And I knew that I didn't want to go to rehab. I knew that I didn't want AA. I knew that I didn't want to go that route, because I didn't want to be labeled an alcoholic. I know people that are like that, and they've been labeled an alcoholic, and they sit around thinking that they need to go to meetings all the time, and that there's something wrong with them. I didn't want to be diseased. I didn't want to be, labeled like that. So I never seeked the help that I needed. And it took me. I was 33 years old when I finally decided that enough is enough. Sitting at my workplace, sitting there thinking, well, the usual thoughts. After you have a big bender, you say that you want to maybe you should quit drinking. And the thought, as soon as I thought that, it said, well, maybe you should just kill yourself. And that was the moment in my life that I thought, damn, I have a family. I have kids. I have a decent job. You know, why am I doing this? And that was a moment that clicked, and everything happens in an instant, you guys. You can change your life in an instant. And that instant was July 21st, 2018. And I started to seek out help. I didn't go to the traditional path. I started to read books about alcohol. I started to watch videos about other people who quit drinking. I started to surround myself with these people, not in person because I didn't know anybody in person except for those people that were in those groups. But I just surrounded myself with books and videos and encouragement from those people. And it wasn't easy. I mean, there was a lot of conflicts with people I knew that thought, you know, there was something wrong with me because they didn't want to drink. You know, can't you just have one was the kind of deal that I was always dealing with. I don't know if you've dealt with that, but I'm sure you have. You know, and a lot of conflicts with my personal identity. You know what I mean? I was a drinker. I've always been a drinker, you know, and that was an identity shift that I had to go through from drinker to non-drinker, you know, and a lot of conflicts and a lot of things that had struggles and a lot of things that I had to come over and overcome and all those sorts of things, but it was completely worth it. It's been almost 4 years now. On July 21st, it'll be 4 years, and my life is so amazing now. My relationships are better. I have more money. I have more finances. I'm not that drunk person anymore. I'm a sober person, and there's two different people there. There is a drunk identity and a sober identity, and I'm totally trying to live in the sober identity, you know, and I'm still growing, expanding. I still have, you know, sometimes you get a craving every once in a while, but you have to just think about, am I going to be the sober me or am I going to be the drunk me? And you know, you got to go with whatever path you want in life. But that's basically where I come from, and that's basically my story. And you know, that's me. And I was so ashamed that I did it without AA. For some reason, I was ashamed that I did it on my own, and that I just shifted my identity. I was able to get around enough people. I was listening to enough videos, to read enough books, to understand how alcohol actually worked, and that I wasn't actually an alcoholic. I was a problem drinker, and that completely changed my life. So that's my story. You know, and maybe you have a similar story to that or not. I don't know. If you have some sort of a story, you want to give me a comment, just comment below. I'd love to talk to you. And you know, if you're looking for more help, you know, one-on-one help, I'm always available. You can hit me up in the comments, and we'll set up a chat, and maybe we can get you on the sober journey as well too. So have yourselves a meaningful day, guys, and I hope you live a happy, healthy, sober life. And I hope I can be that person that if no one else says it, hope I can be that person that says, I believe in you, I know you can do this. See you later.